Okay, so let's talk about my first ever bartending shift at an Irish pub in New Jersey on St. Patrick's Day. 2 days before, I had dropped off my resume to be a bartender there, and I spoke to the owner, and he was total panic mode for in 2 days it being St. Patrick's Day and the high volume of people that they were gonna get. So he said, okay, we'll talk about future plans with you in the future. Can you come in this Friday? Are you free to help us on St. Patrick's Day? I was free, so whatever. Said yes. As soon as my husband came home from work, so roughly 4:30, I head over to the pub, and almost immediately I'm thrown behind the bar. There were 3 older female bartenders there that were just not friendly at all. I don't know what the issue was, but they just were not happy to see me, but whatever. They were at the back bar for the most part, and I was working the front bar, so I really didn't have to deal with them. Then at some point throughout the night, one of the manager slash bartenders, like I said, it's my first day, so I don't even know her position, but she's on her way out and she puts $100 in my pocket. It's too busy, can't talk to her. Then within an hour, I looked to see what she put in my pocket, and I was like, $100. I was like, okay, it's kind of weird. And then I start panicking. I'm like, holy shit, is this all that I'm making tonight? So I text her, and I don't want to say that the text messages are not proper English, but basically my question of, is this all I'm making tonight, is not clearly answered. So then I go to speak to one of the older female bartenders, and she's just like, you're training. And I'm like, well, no, because I wasn't hired by you guys. I'm just here tonight to help. And she's like, yeah, no, it's your first day, you're training. She just says that line over and over again. And I put my foot down and I said, no, this was never discussed that today is my first day and that today is my training day. Who is training me? And I'm figuring everything out on my own. I would have known that I was working St. Patrick's Day at an Irish pub and only making $100, I would respectfully declined the invitation. So clearly there's no point in talking to her. I really quickly went outside, called my husband, woke him up. I was going on 9 hours being there, and I was like, what should I do? Like, is this worth it? I have no idea when quitting time is, and I think I'm only making $100. But he said that he couldn't help me. I had to make the decision on my own, so I decided to stay. Our closed at 3:30, but we stayed there until 5:30 because there ended up being an issue with tips. All the tips that were put in through credit card, the system was down. The cash tips, I got a chunk of that, and I went home with roughly $440. But I'm definitely still owed credit card tips, but I think I'm just gonna take a loss. I am super grateful. I can now officially say that I am a bartender, except for this little snafu. I literally loved every minute of my 13-hour shift. But I do have to say, I have a small fear that this is like the universe saying to walk away from bartending, because I feel like it's like never ending. Just so fed up with places screwing me over. One place, I was a waitress for 7 months because they said that they'd promote me to bartender, the position I was hired for, and then they didn't. And then now this place fucking shorting me money. So I have a small fear that this is the universe's way of saying to step away from bartending. But I don't want to. I want to fulfill this dream one of these days, guys.